Ron DeSantis, Florida governor, sent 50 illegal immigrants to Martha's Vineyard, and people on the left in this country are losing their mind. Simultaneously, Texas Governor Greg Abbott sent 2 busloads of illegal immigrants to essentially the front doorstep of the Naval Observatory where the vice president lives after the vice president said that the border was secure. That, of course, is a complete lie. There are millions of people that are going to come in this year. I believe the number is going to be over 2 million illegal immigrants. Over 5 million have entered since Joe Biden became president because they stopped enforcing border protection. They wouldn't build a wall. They stopped from keeping people from coming in. And what's amazing is Washington, D.C. now, Muriel Bowser wants to call out the National Guard. Eric Adams says that New York City is overwhelmed. Lori Lightfoot at Chicago basically saying the same thing. And Martha's Vineyard, with just 50 illegal immigrants arriving, barely has the capacity to take care of those 50. And this is why this needs to continue, because the border is an unmitigated disaster. I want you to think about this for a minute. Joe Biden has spent more time worried about the Ukrainian border than he has our southern border. Neither Joe Biden nor Kamala Harris has made a trip directly to our southern border. I don't think that Joe Biden has been to the southern border since maybe 2008. This is a willful blindness. And the only way the media covers it is if Republican politicians voluntarily now, all these illegal immigrants volunteer to get on a bus and get driven to New York City or Washington, D.C. or Chicago, and also volunteer to get on a plane and be flown to Martha's Vineyard. All of these illegal immigrants are overwhelming Texas and Arizona in particular, millions of them coming across the border. And it only takes a few thousand, a tiny pinprick of those illegal immigrants being put into blue cities, blue states for those communities to completely lose their minds and not be able to handle the influx of illegals. Well, if you think you're overwhelmed New York City with 11,000 and Washington, D.C., if you think you're overwhelmed with a few thousand, imagine what they are dealing with in Texas and Arizona for an issue that you absolutely refuse to take into account and solve. So I applaud Republicans for making this a talking point. The border is an unmitigated disaster. We need to secure it. Illegal immigration is a clear and present, constant threat to many people's safety and security. Every country needs to have safe borders, which are not being overrun by people who are not citizens.